Apple cider vinegar is a simple, old-fashioned remedy. Many people are rediscovering its power today. You might have a bottle of it sitting in your kitchen pantry right now. This humble liquid has been used for centuries. It was used for cleaning, preserving food, health tonic. It is made from a simple process. It starts with fresh apples. The apples are crushed to release their sweet juice. This juice is then fermented with yeast. Healthy bacteria are also involved. This fermentation turns the sugars into acetic acid. This acid is the main active component responsible for many health benefits. So, what is the big deal about this sour-tasting liquid? When you see the cloudy strands floating in a bottle of raw ACV, that is a good sign. This is called the mother, and it contains beneficial proteins, enzymes, and friendly bacteria. Let's dive deeper into how apple cider vinegar helps with blood sugar. This is one of its most well-researched benefits. When you consume ACV with a high-carb meal, the acetic acid gets to work. It seems to block some of the enzymes that are responsible for digesting starches. This means not all carbohydrates are broken down and absorbed as sugar right away. The result is a lower and slower rise in blood sugar and insulin levels after your meal. Several studies have shown this effect. Many people struggle with cravings and overeating, often driven by unstable blood sugar. By preventing sharp spikes and subsequent crashes, ACV can help reduce these intense cravings. It promotes a feeling of satiety, or fullness. People who include vinegar with meals tend to eat fewer calories throughout the day, without trying. Over months, this can lead to a modest reduction in body weight, belly fat, and waist circumference. Remember, ACV is not a diet pill. It supports a lifestyle with whole foods and regular movement. It just gives you a gentle nudge in the right direction. So, how can you put this into practice? It is incredibly simple. You do not need to drink a lot. Mix 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar into a large glass of water. Drink this just before you sit down to eat, or even during your meal. This simple habit helps harness blood sugar and satiety benefits right when you need them. If the taste is too strong, start with 1 teaspoon and work your way up. The key is consistency. Make it a regular part of your routine before your biggest meals for noticeable changes over time. Good digestion starts in the stomach, which needs sufficient acidity, especially for proteins. As we age or under chronic stress, stomach acid can decrease, leading to bloating, gas, and indigestion. ACV, being acidic, can help prime your stomach for smoother digestion. Choose raw, unfiltered ACV for the mother, natural bacteria and enzymes that support the gut environment. A balanced microbiome supports nutrient absorption, immunity, and a more stable mood. While apple cider vinegar is natural, it is also powerful, and using it safely is extremely important. The number 1 rule: never ever drink it straight from the bottle. ACV is highly acidic. Undiluted, it can damage tissues in your mouth and esophagus and harm tooth enamel over time. Always dilute, 1 to 2 tablespoons in a large 8-ounce glass of water. For most people, 1 to 2 tablespoons per day in 1 or 2 doses is enough. Start smaller, 1 teaspoon, to test your tolerance. Excessive ACV can cause nausea or an upset stomach. Very high, long-term intake has rarely been linked to low potassium. ACV can lower blood sugar. Be cautious if you take insulin or diabetes medications to avoid hypoglycemia. If you are on blood pressure meds or diuretics, talk to your doctor first. After drinking diluted ACV, rinse with plain water and avoid brushing for at least 30 minutes. If you have stomach ulcers or severe reflux, ACV may worsen symptoms. Prioritize safety. Open communication with your healthcare provider is best. So, how do you find a high-quality product? Reach for bottles labeled raw, unfiltered with the mother. The slight cloudiness and cobweb-like strands signal the mother is intact. Organic is great, and you do not need fancy packaging, just a reputable brand. If you cannot get past the taste, ACV supplements exist. Capsules and gummies can be convenient, especially for travel. Be discerning. Look for third-party testing and beware of gummies loaded with sugar that can counteract benefits. Many prefer the liquid form, which begins working directly in the digestive system as you drink. I call it the morning elixir. Upon waking, mix 1 tablespoon of raw ACV into a large glass. Use room temperature water, or warm water if you prefer. For a touch of sweetness and extra benefits, stir in half a teaspoon of raw honey, then sip gently. This helps hydrate after sleep, kick-starts digestion, and sets a positive tone for the day. Its most well-proven benefit is helping stabilize blood sugar, which can support weight management and reduce cravings. Use ACV correctly, always diluted and in moderation. If you have health conditions or take medication, check with your doctor first. Enjoyed this? Subscribe, like, and share for more.